You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's Mob Wives After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Mob Wives After Show.
What up, Mob Wives fans? Bing is for doing, and we are here doing another AFTERBUZZ TV After Show for Mob Wives, Season 3, Episode 8. Time and Punishment. And I know you guys are sitting here like, holy shit, who is this lady across the table from you? We missed her. Sassy Gabrielle Loren over here.
What's up, guys? I've missed you too. Like, honestly, this is surreal right now because I haven't been in a room with Roxy in like months.
It's really good to have you back in the house.
I miss you, seriously.
I wasn't here for a really long time, and you weren't here for a really long time, and it's like, I kind of hoped that AFTERBUZZ would just stop in time, but it didn't. They kept moving on without us.
I know, but it's okay. We're jumping back on. We're jumping back on.
I know. We're back. We're here. Next week, I swear, I hope we have the whole team together. We're just like trying to wrangle the people in. But it's not because we don't love the show.
Right. We love the show. We love everything to do with Mob Wives, anything East Coast.
That's true.
I have to say.
Do you feel kind of pathetic ever when people are asking you what your favorite shows are, and I'm always like, seriously, you need to start watching Mob Wives, and they're like, are you kidding me? Isn't that show supposed to be crap? And I'm like, it's amazing.
It's honestly so funny when, like, because I feel like people expect you to say some serious show.
Right.
Which, I mean, we host serious shows too, but at the same time, like, I love these, like, get down and dirty reality shows. They're so much fun to talk about. They're drama-filled, and it's more interesting to watch sometimes.
These women are amazing. The plots on the show, it's like, if this was scripted television, it wouldn't be as interesting.
Which they're trying to do this now, you know, with scripted stuff.
I know, but these plots are so insane. I can't wrap my mind around the fact that this is an actual show. I know this is ridiculous, and I talk about it every time we come on, that I love the show so much, but it's new to me.
Right.
Like, as of this season, I started picking it up, and I'm like, oh, where have I been? So tell your friends to watch the show. Tell your friends to watch our after show, and most importantly, tell them to go to our iTunes and give us that 5-star and comment something nice, something mean. We don't really care. Just comment and let us know how you're feeling.
Exactly. Let us know what you think.
Or on YouTube. You know, we're kind of all over the place.
We are. We're everywhere. Like, you don't even have to, like, leave your house. We are everywhere. Legit.
The way you say that sounds scary. We're everywhere like Mob Wives. We're like love. And if you don't do this, we're going to poison you and stab you in front of your mothers.
Wait, so you host Bad Girls Club too, right, Roxy?
No, I don't do Bad Girls Club.
Oh, you don't? I thought for some Jesse Janity does,
Jesse
right?
Janity does it.
Okay, because Gian was telling us a funny story how his massage client today watches AFTERBUZZ, and he found out, and they also watch Serial, or they've seen the Serial Buddies trailer, and they're going to go to the movies this Saturday.
So people who are confused right now, and they're like, what is Serial Buddies? Okay, Adventures of Serial Buddies, this amazing film that could possibly be coming out near you, depending where you live.
Right.
Los Angeles, San Francisco, Boston, New York, and I'm a horrible person forgetting the last one. Chicago. And anyway, it's this awesome movie with, of course, our very own Maria Menounos.
Right.
But we've also got a million other people in it. Henry Winkler, Artie Land,
Gifford,
Kathy Lee Gifford, Christopher Lloyd, Beth Bears from Two Broke Girls, who's also a friend. She's awesome. The whole movie is incredible. It's so funny. And you guys got to go. It's coming out on the 8th. What's today? That's in like 2 days. One day.
That's tomorrow.
One day, tomorrow. Isn't it
tomorrow.
crazy? The week flew tomorrow, but you guys, you can go to the movie theaters, get your tickets.
You go to AMC.com. You can get tickets to it.
Yep.
Adventures of Serial Buddies. You really should go. It's so freaking funny.
I mean,
Just get
Roxy and I
there.
are going on Saturday, so
And we're,
come on, guys.
we're
step
cool
it up.
kids, so
We
if we're
are.
going, it's trendy. And, you know, don't you want to be trendy like us?
I know, and it looks like such a funny movie, so
No.
I feel like it's going to be great.
It's one of those movies you can go grab drinks with your friends before. You can go, you kind of buzzed, you laugh your ass off, you have the best time, like make all night of it. Anyway, okay, back to Mob Wives. We're like just plugging things left and right now, but it's because they're important.
Exactly.
So let's get into Drita a little bit because I haven't heard your opinion on this because you have been MIA, being a busy chick. So Drita comes home last week and we see that Lee is home. And by see, we don't actually see because Lee doesn't want to be on camera, so we hear. Lee is home, Drita's freaking out, and now Drita's talking to Renee. And they're at this pizza place, and Drita's like, we're so in love, and the kids love him, and this is like a fairy tale, and it's perfect, 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 perfect. How long is this going to last? And are you just like, Drita, snap out of it, or are you excited for her?
Honestly, how many times did he cheat on her, first of all? Like,
I mean,
she only found out that one time, right? Because she thought he was loyal. She
or at
found
least she
out.
only found out and admitted it that one time. I mean, it's embarrassing.
you
What is she
never
going to
know.
keep saying? Oh, he cheated on me once, twice, 5 times. Like, what?
Well, to me, I'm not about it. Like, I had an ex-boyfriend in New York who cheated on me, first boyfriend to ever cheat on me. And honestly, it's miserable. And, like, I
Wait.
gave him that second chance.
Hold on. You don't like to get cheated on?
No, well, I never
so
was.
weird.
I was like foreign to that, you know what I mean? And I was
I know.
cheated on, and it's miserable. And like, I gave him the benefit of the doubt, tried to give him a second chance, and it doesn't work.
So do you
Once
think
a cheater,
you-
always a cheater.
I have to disagree with you because obviously in my little naive mind, I also have an ex who cheated on me and then we got back together and of course he cheated on me again. So I think most of the times a cheater, most of the time, stay cheaters.
Yeah.
But I don't think everybody who cheats is always going to be a cheater, especially if you have a huge life-changing experience such as going to jail or your wife staying by you. And if you guys have kids in this situation, I'm not saying he's not going to cheat on her again, but I'm not saying he is. You think 100%, no question about it?
I also see what you're saying, but at the same time, you're saying, oh, but when you go to jail, it's a life-changing experience. Some people come out of jail, and they're the same freaking person they are as when they went in and started that process. You know what I mean? Some people change, yeah, but I feel like once you've developed your patterns through life, and at your age, you're cheating. At God knows, he's probably like 40, 50, I don't know.
75.
I don't think, you never know. I don't think those types of people are gonna change their ways, you know?
But how does Drita know? If he's going to cheat, how's she going to catch him? I just don't understand because if you're going to give somebody a chance, the truth of the matter is you can't hold it over their head that they used to be a cheater. If you're giving somebody a clean slate, you have to give them a clean slate. And now I just feel like she's not going to trust him. Anytime he leaves the house, she's going to be like, where are you going? What are you doing? Who are you seeing? She's going to follow him. She's going to be paranoid. And he doesn't deserve that.
And that's not happy.
He either A, isn't cheating on her, in which case he doesn't deserve for her to treat him like he is, or B, he is cheating on her and he doesn't deserve to be with her.
You know what I also
it's
want to
tough.
bring up? Like, she mentioned the statement, I swallowed my pride, you know?
Yes.
And to me, okay, these women are such strong women. They have big personalities on this show. Obviously, that's why they were casted. But what comes off to me is that, like, they're putting on this facade that they're these really strong women. They could take on anything. They're kind of like men, in a sense. But when it comes down to it, they're really weak inside, and they're, like, overcompensating for it. And, like, they're coming off with this image that they really can handle anything, but they are really emotional.
You mean thick exterior and soft interior?
Exactly. And I don't think that, like, she's saying she swallowed her pride, but that to me, you're saying you're weak. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, that's
so
what
if you
you're
were her,
saying.
you're saying she should have dumped him and said, I know you're the father of my children, but I don't care. Go get your shit together elsewhere.
If they're gonna get their shit together, he lives outside the house. You go to therapy
What,
together.
couples therapy?
Yeah, and then see if his behavior changed. If it doesn't, and he also has to cut ties with anyone he cheated on. Cheated with. You know what I mean?
Right.
So if he can't pass those simple, rules, then there's no relationship there. It's not going to happen. And I don't think it should.
I kind of agree in this sense that along the lines of what you're saying, she said, another quote of hers was, when it comes to love and it comes to my family, I'm like, fuck it. And oh my God, that was actually said. I didn't just swear. Something you guys might not know is that I'm on AFTERBUZZ, like jail time right now. Probation. There we go. And I'm not allowed to swear anymore because Phil says it makes me sound like an idiot.
Wait, but I didn't even know that was like not okay. I mean, I knew it was in the rules, but on a show like this, Phil, is that really not okay?
I don't know if he's listening to us right now.
Wives.
But the quote said it, so I need some. Steve, do you think that it's okay if a quote says it? I'm allowed to say it, right?
How about no?
Oh, okay.
All right, thanks.
So fine. She says, F it then. So here's the thing. Should you change your morals and your standards because it comes to your family? I think the exact opposite. When it comes to your family, the last thing you should do is change your morals and your standards.
Yeah, you're also setting an example for your children. So you setting the wrong example, they're going to follow in those footsteps.
The bottom line, I just think it's too fast. Like, she wants to buy him this car now, and she wants to do everything she can for him. And I do get when she was saying, she was like, I was nothing before him, and he gave me the world.
Right.
It was kind of sweet. It really was. She was like, look at this fur. Look at my watch. Look at my car. Look at these rims. Love the nickname Lady Boss. Like, awesome.
Money doesn't buy love.
I was going to say that. Thank you. Because I'm going to cringe right now.
I'm not saying it buys love. I'm saying she felt empty before him, and he gave her all these things, so she feels like she owes him.
Right, but you should never feel empty because of material items.
I completely agree, but when she's saying she wants to pay him back by buying him a car, she's not saying, oh, you bought me a car, so I want to suck your penis. Like, it's not different trades of sexual acts. Like,
Roxy's doing great with this no cursing thing.
I'm really I'm trying, guys. I'm trying.
I love it.
No, she's saying, I was empty before, but now my wallet's full. But now that you're gone, I want to spend my wallet on you so I can get out of this.
Kind of. Old habits die hard. Anyway, should we move on from Drita? It's kind of like a frustrating situation because only time will tell. You know?
Only time will tell. I just hope the best for her because I really do like Drita. She's a really cool girl. So
she's
I just hope the
chill
best for
as
her.
hell. I like her a lot. You know, she just seems down, and I think she's really pretty, and she's got this great little body, and she's rad. I like her a lot. So I'm really hoping Lee doesn't screw her over.
I agree.
And her poor kids.
So let's hope for that.
Yeah, Aaliyah and Giselle, they're sitting there. They're probably like, oh my God, we have this happy family until crashing
so
down.
Unstable. Back and forth.
Okay, let's talk for a second here about Storm and Karen, more specifically just Karen in general, what's going on with her. There's this guy, Storm. Now, have you been following the Storm storyline? He works at this, he owns a record, where you go and record. A recording studio.
A recording studio, yeah, there you go.
This thing, you know, with microphones and music, and I guess my words just aren't coming to me tonight. But anyway, he owns a recording studio.
Right.
And Karen is now investing in it. Mm-hmm. And so she's his boss, kind of. But she, last week, was like, ooh, Storm, he's so sexy and he's so into me. And Storm's like, sup, yup, uh-huh. Like, so monotone. He's not flirting with her, nothing.
Wow.
I don't know where she got the vibes. I think this is total dick in the soup. Producers called Storm and they were like, listen, you call Karen and you ask her on a date, and we'll put you on TV and talk about your recording studio. And he was probably like, okay. And then they went on this date, which, first of all, having a first date on film, gotta be awkward.
I don't think that it's dick in the soup. I think.
Really?
Yeah, because Karen's so giddy about it. It doesn't look like she's acting.
Oh, I don't think she knows. I think it's,
oh, you think that it was just set up with Storm and the producer. That's interesting. Well, honestly, I don't know. I just think he's high, and that's why he talks like that and he's acting like that. I don't think it's like pulling teeth for him to like sit on a date with her. I think he actually probably thinks she's kind of hot or whatever and cute. She's sassy. She's just like, I think she has a pretty face. Like, I like Karen, and she's down, whatever. The only thing that's like weird to me, like, I don't mix business with pleasure. I don't know about you. Like, I mean, and if I did, like, I would probably be smart about it, like how she's being, but I don't know if she's going to stick to what she's saying about it.
Why do you think she's being smart about it?
As in, she's saying that if, you know, we're doing pleasure, I don't want you to fall in love with me. Like, I think she's being serious with that. Like, I don't want anything. I just want to have fun. Like, I think that's literally what she wants.
I mean, how do you help your feelings? Once you cross a line, the line is crossed and there's no end point, you know?
But not every girl gets attached.
Not every girl, but how does she know he's not the kind of guy who would? Or how does he know she's not the kind of girl who would?
Yeah, well, that's the problem with, you know, mixing business and pleasure, and that's why I don't do it. But,
you know what? I just think that neither of them need each other as a business partner. So I don't think either of them care. Like, say the relationship goes south.
Right.
And they have to end the business part and the pleasure part. I think they're both like, all right, shake on it, peace. Have your studio back. I don't need it. Like, nothing to lose. Neither of them.
It would be different, though, if they had met, hooked up first, and then got into a business together.
Right.
Because then they already know that they can work together if they're deciding to do business after pleasure. But doing business and then pleasure could really screw things up.
Wait, I think the opposite.
Really?
You think that if they were hooking up and then they do business together, it's better than if they do business and then hook up?
Yeah, and I'll give you a few examples. Maria and Kevin, like, they're a prime example. They met each other, and since they started like seeing each other, they kind of like built this business relationship where they both had a mutual understanding of what they wanted out of life, and they helped each other get there, you know? And I think once you realize like you actually work with somebody, that's okay. If you hook up and it goes sour, then you know you're never gonna get into a business with them. But if
that's a good point.
It goes well, then you know, who cares? If you're gonna be with that person for a while, then why not do business? But when you do business, then hook up, and things go wrong, what do?
Well, then at least you got your business out of the way.
Yeah, but true that.
No, I guess it could go either way. I could see what you're saying, definitely. Yeah. I just think that the more you can separate them, the better off you probably are.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Could this be a long-term romance? Do you see them being compatible?
I actually do see them being compatible, to be honest. He's very chill, and I think she just thinks he's sexy, and she likes the whole music producer thing, and that he's not involved with the mob for a first, you know. But
yeah, that's
and
important.
also it could be a rebound because of, you know, Dave cheating on her.
So let's talk about that right now. Dave living in Arizona with her daughter and his girlfriend in her home, not the girlfriend's home, Karen's home. We can talk more about it in predictions because we know she's peacing out to AZ, but what do you think? I mean, they're not going to get back together. She's trying to move on. We already hear from Love that Karen hasn't gotten any ass in a really long time. Is Storm the rebound? Is she still crushed over Dave?
I'm sure she's crushed over him, because how can you not be when you have a relationship with somebody for a long time and have a child? Like, that's got to be really hard. But so yeah, it could be a rebound, but at the same time, when I'm watching her like giddy over this guy Storm, and their communication even at the restaurant, they were having a good time. They were hitting it off. I think she enjoys his company, and he enjoys her company.
How about that line where she's like, "What's your favorite base?" He's like, "Home base." "What's yours?" And she's like, "The outfield." And he's like, "There's nothing there but balls."
I didn't really, like, was she trying to say because she doesn't have sex a lot? Like, what was that about?
I don't know, but it ended up sounding like all she wants is balls.
Right.
She's like, for once in my life, I was not trying to make a sexual comment, and now here I am in ball land.
But you are, because you asked him what his favorite base was. Like, that's what I don't understand.
I only liked baseball.
Do you think that possibly could have been taken out of context, and they were talking about baseball, and she was like, "Do you play?" And he was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Oh, what's your favorite base?"
Maybe, but that's a weird question to ask.
It is.
I would say, what's your favorite position? You know?
Yeah, that's
outfielder.
Exactly.
When she calls him on the phone, the conversation. This is why I didn't think she knew. If it is Dick in the Soup, I don't think she knew, because on the phone she's like, it was such an awkward phone call, but you could tell it was real. She was so giddy and happy, but she's also like, "I'm food shopping." "Oh, what are you food shopping for, baby?"
That is
for Italian food. "Oh, sweet. Do you like Italian food?" "I love Italian food." I love Italian food too.
I haven't gone out in so long.
It was just ridiculous. Like, what kind of conversation is that? "Do you like Italian food?"
She like didn't know what to say.
What is he supposed to say? "No, I hate Italian food." So you're telling me you don't like any sort of meat, pizza, pasta? Like, who the hell hates Italian food?
Not me.
They like think they're bonding. They bond over the fact that they love Italian food. It's like, well, what the hell? But anyway, so I think we're gonna be seeing more of him at least.
Right.
And this is what I was telling.
I agree.
This is what I was saying last week to Evite. Oh, I miss Evite. Oh my God! You know what we haven't done?
What?
Balls. Balls.
God, we got hosts in the outfield in there, huh?
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. The mix between Angels outfield and balls and
balls in the outfield.
Muscle balls.
How
It's kind of
about
funny, actually. It works.
But I was saying to, oh gosh, I don't even remember now.
Well, what I also wanted to point out is why I also think this relationship might work is the fact that they can bond over their kids.
Yeah, I
Because she
like
said
that.
that. And they're both really personable. Like I said, they had a really like nice conversation. And I just feel like they have similar lifestyles. And you know
Wait,
what's
can you
funny?
do that one more time?
Lifestyles. Am I a surfer girl now?
For the people listening right now, she's just like kind of
Doing wave movements with my hand.
The lifestyle. The lifestyle.
Hey, hey.
When are you turnpiking for us?
Oh my God.
Is there a Mob Wives dance?
There is
Like
no
a
Mob
dance
Wives
ball.
dance yet, but
Mob
we
Wives.
have to create one.
Oh my God.
But it can only be done when everyone's in studio.
Okay.
It's the only way it can be
When we
done.
go to see Adventures of Serial Buddies, afterwards, you're going to teach me a dance, and you can choreograph it, and then I'll try to do it, and then we can perform it next week on Mob Wives.
What if we made up a dance move that no one's ever seen before, and it blew up just like the Harlem Shake?
And it's called the Mob Wife?
You know what I mean? And then everyone started doing it.
We have a dance cam you can go ahead and try right now.
You guys put a dance cam in? Is
What
it
are you
that?
talking about? The dance cam, yeah.
The dance cam, it's to the upper,
This
it's to
one?
the left and up of Roxy.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
that
one.
You-
That's
you-
awesome.
you booty shaked
I think
before?
I've booty shaked for that.
You have.
Okay, we'll do it next week,
Yeah.
though, because we need to give you some time to prepare.
Plus, I'm in a really short
okay, but
dress
you look hot
with
right now.
nothing
Can you give us
underneath.
something? You do look really hot. You got to give us something.
Thanks.
A little dance move.
You guys, this is why I should have worn heels today, because I'm in sandals right now. I knew it. I was like, I'm not going to show my feet, whatever.
Oh, who
okay, they're
cares? You're a
cute sandals.
hottie.
So what do you want me to do? Should I do something fun?
Like, try to invent the Mob Wife.
oh, I could do the Mob Wives, like, opening walk. How about
yeah,
that?
yeah. That's good. Perfect.
All right, guys, I'm taking my headset off.
Here
for
we
a sec.
go. Okay. So this is, you guys know when they walk in, I wish we had a fur
should play
coat
the
to give
song, The
you.
Big, Big Bang.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Can we hook up the song? And then we can do, I wish we had a big fur coat and like all the bling.
I know, right?
And there we go. Oh, what do you got? The leather jacket. Yes, good. Ooh, gotta stare down the camera. Stare it down. Look how hot she is. Oh no, Phil's mad at us. Are we getting yelled at?
I'm not mad.
Oh, he's not mad.
It's that,
Should I keep this on?
it's that she's so short. We have to pick her up so people can see her.
Oh, they can't
Oh
So attempt to do your walk.
no! Do the walk in the air. Yep, with the look. Oh, we gotta get the music back going. Oh.
There you go.
Yeah, wait, we need the music on for this.
I didn't know
That's
if
not as cool. All right, again, it's on.
There we go. A little wink. Throw in the wink. So good. So good.
Thanks. I mean, it looked cooler when I was walking, but I also like how Phil picked me up because I was pretty hot, too.
Our fans
Hey.
have missed Sassagabbit.
I know, right? Okay, I'm going to go off headset for a second, but I'll be back.
Or I'll just like whack you and then
wait, let me see.
Mob Wives style, you'll never come back. Everybody will always wonder where you went. Creepy. Okay, so,
All right, I'm back.
but seriously, let's invent. Oh, when we finally are all back in the house, we'll all do the walk.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Together.
we're gonna make Kev do it.
We should do the walk everywhere. It will be a thing. Like, we'll go to the movies, do the walk. We'll go.
We'll film
I don't know.
it when we
Everywhere.
go to the Adventures of Serial Buddies premiere. We're gonna film us doing the walk, and we're gonna do it next to the cutout of Maria and
I
get
like
her
that.
to get her to walk with us. We'll carry her.
I like that.
And
That's
then
a really
we'll
good
post
idea.
it, and then you guys can all love us forever.
And we can Instagram it too. Be cool.
Okay, so you have requested that we talk about the various relationships on
this
this show.
show.
And I think it's an interesting point because they're always changing. And how many Lees, Daves, like there's just so many.
So
I know.
many.
Okay. So one of the people that we hear talking to her ex on the phone for a good amount of time is Love. You know what I'm talking about. She's on the porch
God,
and she's
yes.
talking and she's like, why don't you believe me? I've been engaged 10 times since you, but you're the only one I'll ever love. Mm-hmm. What? What? Huh? What's going on here?
I just feel like like I said, these women are very weak on the inside and strong on the outside, emotionally weak. I feel like they rely on their men. Maybe it's the Italian thing. You want to be dependent on people. But you ever have that friend that is always in a relationship? I feel like that's how these women are. They can't be single and alone. Even though sometimes they were alone, you know, when their husbands or whoever were in jail, you're still not alone because you're still attached to that person.
Right.
So I feel like these women can't be single and like they don't love themselves first. Fully.
And do you think that has to do with their upbringing, or why are they like that?
I think it has to do with their upbringing, the loss of not having a father in the house or a grandfather or whoever in their family was in the mob got taken away. I mean, you didn't have that figure, so they're overcompensating for it by, I don't know, they're just emotionally dependent on a man.
So they're emotionally a mess, but physically tough, and they use their tough exterior to try to hide their soft interior.
Right.
But really what they all need is a man in their lives.
I don't know if it's that they need a real man, but I don't know if it's that they need it. They just need to love themselves first and then figure it out. But
what is about the comment? A real man. People say that all the time. What's
a man that's good to you and doesn't cheat, ladies? Like that's what I mean.
Throw the snap in.
You know what I mean?
Throw the snap in, girl. A real man.
A real man. That's what I'm saying. No, but a guy that doesn't cheat. I like this song.
Wow, it should be our theme song. Okay.
But what I wanted to say about Love is that when
that
she
was a quick soundbite.
It was a great one. You're doing great in there, by the way.
Thumbs up, baby. Okay.
So Love, when she was on the phone with her ex-boyfriend Fate, which what kind of names are these? First of all,
yeah.
I just want to put that out there.
Thank God you said that because I didn't understand what she was saying. I was like,
Love and Fate goes together.
I was like, Freight? I couldn't understand.
Yeah, I couldn't either until like they said it 3 times.
Yeah, they kept saying it, and every time I stopped, rewind, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was weird.
God damn it, Roxy.
I was doing so well.
So Love was on the phone, and Fate said to her, you know, since you ran away, pretty much like she got away from him.
Right.
But during this whole conversation, I'm thinking like, come on, this guy is a player. Have you ever had that ex-boyfriend or ex-hookup that's just like milking you on the phone and always contacts you even though you broke up 3 years ago? Like that's this guy, and that's every man in these people's relationships.
100%.
Like all the past people.
And I was thinking to myself, if she was with anybody else right now that was keeping her busy, she wouldn't even have taken this guy's phone call. It's just like, you know, when you're sitting and you're feeling kind of alone and you're like, I need attention right now. Who can I go through my phone book and text? And I'm sorry, if you say you're not guilty of that, women, you are. We all do it. We
guys do it too.
I'm sure guys do too. We've all done it before, especially you're out drinking, somebody's not hitting on you that night, and you're like, oh my God, what am I not hot? Who can I talk to? My ex-boyfriend of 4 years ago.
That's why they say don't drunk text.
How are you? Yeah, it's like, it happens all the time. I've even done it sober. I think I did it fucking yesterday. Oh, no. I gotta get back on track. Anyway, so I think I've done it before. I know I've done it before. I think I've done it within the last 24 hours. It happens. I get it.
Oh, wait, the best part, send me pictures, was the last line he said to her. I'm sorry, guys, what is this? Like, okay, great, send pictures if it's like long distance. I don't even know where he lives, but I mean, you're not together, send me pictures. If any guy sends me a selfie of himself and I met you a day ago, you're a loser and I'm never talking to you again.
What's with this naked picture sending trend of our generation? Like, are you into that naked picture sending?
No, you know what? My ex-boyfriend used to do that with me, and I would never send him a picture of myself because I have too much like pride. I would never do that because you don't know where that picture is gonna be, and if you're gonna break up. I mean, come on, I wasn't gonna marry him. Like, where's that picture gonna go when we break up?
Have you ever gotten a dick pic?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's weird. I think it's weird.
Not like a close-up, but a full body shot. Yes,
I think it's weird to open up your phone and have a dick pic.
Yeah, I just don't get it.
It's weird. I don't understand it.
Like, if you want me to see it that bad, just invite me over. Well, you don't need to send that shit to me. That shit's everywhere now. But that's why they invented Snapchat.
Okay, I don't have that because I think it's bad and you can still take that picture. But anyway, I'm just saying, if you're not dating somebody, if you're not planning on like seriously marrying somebody and you're just sending naked, I had a guy send me a picture the other day, somebody that I'm not talking to.
Shut up.
We hadn't spoken in months and I just got a picture of him and I was
like, can't wait to hear this.
I'm like, what the hell? And he's like, send one back, PLS, like please. I'm like,
I was like, what the, no, like, are you out of your mind? Guys are weird. So anyway, that was just a little tangent.
That's great.
She's not the only one with a rocky relationship right now.
Oh, wait, but before you switch subjects, let's not forget this woman's been married or engaged multiple times.
She goes a couple times, and by a couple, I mean a couple.
Yes.
I don't know what it is about her because she's scary as hell, but she gets all these guys, and they all are so hung up on her.
It's because the weak thing, the guys sense it, so they know that they can have that woman, like, right there and then when they want them.
You think so?
Yes. 100%.
Am I now allowed to move on to other people, or do you still want to talk about love?
No.
It pains me to talk about love for too long because she's the only one of the women who actually makes me nervous.
Why?
Because she's poisoned people and stabbed people, and all the other women are like, I punch people, I whatever. Why do you keep laughing, looking?
Oh, no, I'm laughing because, I mean, honestly, that was news to my ears because I haven't really, like, bher have. You know, so I didn't know these things.
Okay, her ex-husband, her ex-husband, were together, and the ex-husband's mother was standing there, and she stabbed the ex-husband.
Are you joking?
Her mother-in-law was there.
These girls don't play around. Like, this is serious. This show is no joke.
And she talks about it.
No joke.
It's no joke. But all these other women are like, I'll kick your ass. Love actually will.
Wow.
She'll kill you.
That is scary.
She's scary. Like, can you imagine what would have to happen for you to, in front of your mother-in-law, stab her son?
Well, you definitely have to be mentally off to do that.
And she knows.
First of all,
she knows. It's insane. Like, you do not want to mess with this chick.
I'm glad I'm not in her family.
I know. She scares the living crap about me. Anyway, let's move on. I want to talk about the situation they go to Alyssa Marie's house, which is Ramona's friend.
Right.
And they go there, and Alyssa Marie is a designer, and she designs leather purses and fur coats. Do you own a fur coat?
No, I don't.
These fur coats look like they're about 100 pounds. Like, they're
I'm not a fan of fur coats.
I don't think I could pull it off. It's like, even on them, I think it's kind of cool, but there's something that's a little trashy about it, even though they're so expensive.
I agree with you.
I don't really know what it is.
To me, I don't look at that and think it's classy. But, like, okay, I have a question for you. I don't know if you're going to know this.
Let's
Maybe you will in the booth over there. But PETA. Would they be are they opposed to you wearing, like, faux fur?
PETA.
Like fur that's not real?
No, PETA's into faux fur.
They are about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
Because,
still
like,
throw paint on it, though, because they can't tell the difference.
they can't tell the difference. But if you, like, I guess speak out and say, like, listen, I don't wear, like, animal fur or whatever. Because I don't really believe in that. Like, I have a dog. I love animals. Like, who needs a fur coat? You know what I mean? Like, I don't really need it. Who cares? I'll wear faux fur every day. I'll wear fake leather, too. I don't care. You know what I mean?
No, and I wear real leather.
I do wear some.
I know, I feel bad about it, but I'm not, like, coming out in a full to my feet fur. Like, my dad's...
They look like cavemen.
My dad's, like, little hot thing girlfriend came over the other day, and she was in this, like, real fur from her neck to her feet, like, massive thing just draped, and I was like, honey, it's just like, it's so weird to see. It just like looked like crap.
And it's an extra like 20 pounds on your body. That's not even comfortable.
Heavy. Yeah, and I just don't know. But anyways.
It's an old Hollywood trend.
It is an old Hollywood trend, and it's like our parents' age. I mean, my mom owns fur stuff. I don't like it.
I know. It's in my grandma's closet, and sometimes I go and try it on, and then I'm like, nah. Okay, but anyway, they're at this party, and I just thought this was so not class. I guess before we talk about this, we have to talk about the conversation that Karen and Ramona had about the engagement.
Right.
And then we can talk about the fight they got in at this party. Sorry, I'll go back for a second. So Ramona, who's engaged to Joe and has told nobody about it, is going to pick up the ring from the safety deposit box because she needs to tell Karen and the rest of the girls, but most importantly, Karen. Mm-hmm. So she does this, and she's like, I'm so excited because Karen's going to be like, Tully's so supportive. That's not what she sounds like at all, but she, you know, she's being naive, thinking Karen's going to be awesome. And she is like, it's going to be fine because Joe is going to get out on bail for a week, and it's only going to be like $8,000 to have the security guard around him. That's insane, by the way. But finally, she tells Karen, and Karen's like, are you out of your goddamn mind? He's going to go to jail for a minimum of 8 years, and you want to get married to this guy? I'm kind of with Karen on this one.
I'm with Karen too.
But okay, this was her response, which is really what got to me. This is what Ramona said. She said, opening that box, I was so happy because it was beautiful and it wasn't small. How about you're happy that you're marrying the love of your life? You're happy opening the ring box because the ring's pretty and not small. What? Like, what kind of a thing is that to say? You should be like, I am so happy opening the box because I was so surprised that he did this and I love him so much. Like, you're happy because you're putting a ring on your finger is basically what you're admitting.
That says to me right then and there that she's not going to be happy.
Right. It says it all. And I'm like sitting there thinking, this chick, is she crazy? And she's so naive.
And I hate that she's arguing with Karen, who's her friend, giving her advice. Like, stop getting defensive and listen to your friend. And if you don't agree, fine. Agree to disagree. Who cares?
Right. Absolutely. I completely agree with that. But then anyway, they go to this party, and all the rest of Ramona's friends, when she tells them, they're like, congratulations, including Renee, who's usually the most real and like, I'm gonna put you in your place. She's like, if this is what you want to do, I'm so happy for you. And you see Ramona's kind of giving her 2 cents, and Ramona's like, listen, it's not like you just stop loving somebody because they go to jail. I just think that and the news and gossip we got last week from Evite is that she's planning on having a wedding while he's in jail, so he won't even be at the wedding.
These women need a lot of therapy.
Like, she's just going to have the wedding party and he's going to be in jail.
I don't even understand how that's possible. I really don't.
My jaw was on the floor. I was like, I don't even know what that means.
I don't understand why. Like, okay, I'm sorry, but I don't believe that there's only one love for people. Or maybe there is, but in a normal situation. This isn't a normal situation.
Right.
I think that she can find someone else that's going to be better for her, you know? She doesn't need to be with somebody that's a criminal that's going to be in jail for most of their lives, because she's being light 8 years. I think he did a pretty serious crime that the government's watching them like a hawk.
She said 8, 10, 15 years.
Yeah, she doesn't even know. It's going to be a lot. Even Big Ange said, you know, cases like this, the husband's going to be in jail for a while.
I understand if you're married to somebody for a few years and then they go to jail, staying with them. But why would you marry somebody who's already in jail? You know what I mean? Like, what a weird time to get married.
I mean, you know they're going to jail. Why are you going to put yourself in that situation?
Right. It's not like you guys have been together your whole lives. You guys were already married, and now you're standing by him. It's like, it's just the weirdest thing for me. Why would you want to be alone for a minimum of 8 years? I don't understand it, and I'm hoping that somebody talks some sense into her.
If I was her friend, I would like introduce her to a guy that I think she'd mesh well with and bring him on a date or something. Get her mind off this other dude, because she's not going to be happy. She's going to have a husband in jail while she's at home, like, twiddling her fingers.
Honest to God,
filming Mob Wives.
It makes no sense. I really don't know. The last thing we have to talk about is this Christmas party that Big Ange is throwing. By the way, because you haven't been here, I haven't gotten your opinion on Big Ange. Are you as obsessed with her as I am? Because
I mean, I feel like everyone is obsessed with Big Ange. Like, Big Ange is amazing. She's Big Ange because of her big personality. I love that woman because she just has these one-liners that are insane.
She's incredible.
She makes the show interesting.
And she doesn't have beef with anybody, and she's just awesome. But did
you hear how she was like, did I miss something? Like in her one-on-one interview, I thought it was so funny about the whole Ramona and Karen fight.
So funny.
She's just the funniest woman ever.
And she's just straight up. She's like, well, huh? What's going on? I don't know. Like,
exactly.
She's great. But anyway, she's throwing this party, and she wants it to be the 7 of them. And obviously that's an issue because last time Renee called Carla a husband effer, and Carla poked fun at Renee's disease. I only put it in quotes because the way that Renee said that was ridiculous, but I'm assuming she's talking about her drug addiction. And Renee now doesn't want to come to Big Ange, and Love is sick and not coming to the party, and it's just like turning into the day from hell. So, I mean, I don't really know how this is going to go. I think that this is probably, again, the producers being like, we need you guys all to be in the same place at the same time so we can film. And Big Ange is like, sure, I'll throw a party because I'm Big Ange and I love these people.
Right.
And these people all have issues.
It's crazy that I feel like every season there's they switch who they're against.
Right.
You know, they're buddy one season, that next season they hate each other.
They hate Drita, and then
there's always
Carla,
somebody beefing with another girl.
Right, but
I just don't get it.
I'm nervous because the last time there was the butter knife issue where like there was the knife raised when they were all together, etc.
So ghetto.
I mean,
it's really funny.
Do you think
pointing knives in people's faces?
Do you think
what?
if you were on the show for the good of the show, you would show up to Big Angie's because you're trying to make great TV, or would you be like, no, I really don't like that person. I'm not going. I don't care how much I'm getting paid.
It depends what's going on. Like, if you really know that you never want to associate with that person ever again for the rest of your life, it's that serious, then I wouldn't go. If it's, you know, a stupid little petty fight you had and you're going to make up next season, then go. Who cares? It
Next
just don't,
season.
You know what I mean? Like, don't talk. Talk to the 8 other people that are in the freaking room.
Can you imagine thinking of your life in terms of seasons? Like being like, this season in my life, I'm doing this.
Yeah, I don't really know what they're thinking, but that's how I think of them.
Oh my God, absolutely. So that was basically it. The only last point that I forgot that we didn't talk about, and I just really wanted to quickly get your opinion on this, was one sentence that happened with Renee. So now Renee's out of rehab, and she's not popping pills anymore or whatever. And she's talking and she's saying, AJ's still with his girlfriend, and I'm back, and I told my dad about my addiction. And she says that.
So wait, it was pills and alcohol, right?
I guess.
Okay.
I think it was a whole thing. She was like, when she was listening to things, she was like, yep, and I was on Xanax and Oxys and Klonopins and whatever. So she was just like, really listening.
God.
So she says she isn't going to pick up a drink or pop a pill, but she wants to. And that's the problem. Now here's my thought process. And I wanted to see if I'm so out of line on this. Don't all people... Oh, don't all addicts want to? Isn't that the whole point? She was like, I'm getting nervous because I want to.
Right.
And I think everybody who's an addict wants to. It's about the willpower not to, even though you want to.
Which I think she did say that nobody's going to bring me down.
Right, but I think she thinks the problem is that she wants to and she wants to stop wanting to. I think even people who are alcoholics for 30 years still want to drink.
Right, but it might get better with time. I think the urge gets better with time, but yeah, it doesn't really go away.
That's
if you quit smoking 20 years later, if you smell it, you'll probably want it.
I think that's by definition what being addicted to something is. It's not that you stop wanting it, it's that you stop using it.
Right.
So I think she needs to make sure she has that clear in her head, because I feel like she's waiting for this magic moment where she's like, I don't need those pills. I don't want them. They don't seem that wouldn't be fun. They're always going to make you feel better and take away your pain in the moment.
That's got to be so hard to do, because I'm not really a drug person. I don't really do anything like that, so I don't really know what her experience is like, but what I do know is that I am addicted to sugar and bad food, and I feel like I understand how hard it is to like give up certain things in your diet and also maintain like your healthy lifestyle of like exercising and stuff like that, and like trying to lose weight. It's so hard to keep that up, and like
you gotta the end goal.
You have to think of the results, and I honestly like can understand what a drug addict goes through in a sense, because I feel like I am an addict to like chocolate or whatever, because like I don't know if I could give that up. Like I have been trying, and like I have these sugar urges, you know what I mean, for sweets, and it's so hard because it is addicting. You ask anybody, it's addicting.
Hi, my name is Gabrielle Loren, and I'm a chocolaholic.
No, but do you know what I mean? Like some people have that sweet tooth, and it's so hard. And a lot of health people will be like, "Oh, eat fruit; it will help you." No, fruit doesn't help. Like fruit's great, but like it's not helping me.
It's not chocolate covered fruit.
Exactly. It's not chocolate covered.
I do get what you're saying, and think of that times 1,000 for what drug addicts are going through. So I do sympathize, and
times 1,000, but at the same time, for certain people, like I don't think I can actually give it up. Like I honestly have urges.
That's what I'm saying. But I think even in, say you didn't eat sugar for 20 years. I don't think in 20 years you're like, ew, sugar is disgusting. I don't even want that.
Once you could get that far, but I can't get that far.
What I'm saying is you're not listening to my point. In 20 years, say you didn't eat sugar for 20 years, I don't think you would be like, ew, I hate sugar. I don't even want that. I still think you would want it.
Right.
You just have to have the self-discipline not to have it.
Right.
So I think
it's hard.
She's like sitting here, Renee's sitting here. My point is Renee's sitting here waiting for the day where she's like, I don't want alcohol or drugs. Right. That day is never going to come. But the day that you decide your life is better without them, and when you can decide that you're not going to do them, that does happen. So I just think that's a big problem with addicts. Their mentality isn't in the right place because they're expecting unrealistic things to happen. They're expecting for their mind, for their wants to change. And it's not your wants that change, it's your habits that change.
And your lifestyle, which I could totally get, because if you make those changes in your life, the quality of your life is better. And that's usually enough to motivate you to keep on that track.
Right. I know we just had like a little AA meeting here.
But it's cool. No, I'm all about it.
That's why I actually really like shows like this, because
we could be helping someone out there.
People think it's
you know what I mean?
People think it's crap, but even on Jersey Shore, you know, in the situation at the drug problem, whatever, things like this, they're real, and it happens to people. Not just like, oh, randomly some people. A lot of people.
A lot.
All the time. For especially our generation or these years, painkillers are like
huge.
Frickin' everywhere.
Huge.
It's an epidemic, you know? It's like the hippies and LSD. Our time period and painkillers, and people are just popping them left and right, and it's scary. It's dangerous. So I think it's great when somebody who's a role model on TV goes and gets help. And the reason I think it's so important once you get help to stay with it is because people are watching her. And people are looking up to her. Even though it's silly to think, I'm looking up to a mob wife. When you see somebody who can stick with it, you get the strength to stick with it. And I really just hope she can stay sober and stay through it, you know?
I 100% agree with you. 150.
Hell yeah. Okay, so now that we just did that, we covered the episode. We can move on, but unfortunately, because we don't have our Evite, we don't have our news and gossip chick here for the night. So we're going to have to come back next week with double the news and gossip. So we'll just skip to some.
I have something for you.
Look at you.
It's not really news and gossip, but when you guys do this dance thing, I found this little song that you guys might like. I'm gonna roll it in.
Okay, let's hear it.
I like the wise guys because they know how to treat women.
Big hand.
I like cars.
Ooh.
I like nice houses. I like gorgeous furs. I like cars. I like diamonds. I like the wise guys.
Is that Big Ann? She sounds like her.
Honestly, she would be a great singer with that voice.
Dude, you got to see the picture that we pulled up last week of her with what was it, with Playmates?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh my God, she looks awesome too.
I really like this song. This is great.
Where do we find it?
It's a rap tribute to Mob Wives. Big Ann.
So like they didn't record this serious. Like she didn't go in a studio and do this. They took lines from the show, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay, so let's move on to some predictions. I feel like I just rolled my R and I don't know how to do that. Predictions.
It's a really hard thing to do.
Can you do it?
And now,
Raul.
Pedro. I sound like an idiot.
Rox. I can't do it. I just made it up.
Roxy.
Anyway, okay. So in terms of next week, what we gonna see? So is everybody gonna bail on this Christmas dinner? We already know that some people are sick. Some people are just backing out. So Love is sick. And she's saying she can't come because her glands are swollen. And Renee doesn't want to come to Big Ann just because she's like, I'm recovering and I don't want to be around alcohol. Are they going to actually come? Who's coming? No one's coming? Anyone coming?
I mean, I don't think Love should come because she looks really sick, and I wouldn't want that in my house. Renee, I think, should suck it up and go because she has other friends there. Who cares? And everyone loves a good fight anyways.
And what about Carla? Carla, whose only friend there is Big Ann and Drita, kind of, but...
I think they, like, suck it up and go. If you have one or two friends there, that's enough. Who cares?
Right.
Get over it. Like I said, they'll make up soon. It's not a big deal. You know it's coming.
So is that going to be the focus of next week?
Yeah, I think there's probably going to be a serious argument again. I mean, I think they brought up the knife thing in the commercial for it.
Yeah.
So they're going to get into that again.
And also we know that Karen's going to Arizona.
Yep.
And I don't know if we know that we see her at dinner with Dave, which means that he let them film. So we'll see. There's something where like they're both at war with each other and they say something like that. So
what was the scene where they were like she was on like a hike or something?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what you're talking
about. Yeah, it wasn't dinner, it was a hike. You're right.
Okay, I couldn't understand what he or
something
she
about
said.
war, but I didn't know whether they were with each other or I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know what. I'm confused too.
So we're gonna have to hold off on that. I think next week, KWOW and Evite will both be back here. It will be the four of us. We'll do our Mob Wives walk. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure, which would be amazing. Until then, you guys go check out Adventures of Serial Buddies. It's awesome. awesome. Go see it. If you live in those big cities this weekend, be there or be a loser.
All right, Roxy, where can we find you?
At Roxy Striar on Twitter. Awesome. Where can we find you, baby?
At Gabrielle_Loren. And follow me on Instagram, GabbyLO87.
She insta some really cute things. So
I do. It's so much fun.
Anyway, until next week. Peace.
Bye, guys.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See what? Oh, Buzz, you
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.